Welcome to Pro Wrestling Union Explosion on this first episode right here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Cole Maccabee. I'm going to be calling the action for you this evening. Right now, in our very first matchup, we've got James Johnson, the tie-dye Sunrise, against the blue chipper, Chase Emery. But right now, you got Emery backing Johnson into the turnbuckle. Are we possibly going to get a clean break here? Absolutely not. Not from Chase Emery. Showing a little bit of disrespect there to the tie-dye Sunrise, James Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are professional wrestling fans here in the Carolinas, James Johnson is the 2020 Wrestler of the Year. So for Chase Emery, this could be a huge feather in the cap if he could put away the Wrestler of the Year in James Johnson. But right now, Johnson, whoa, whips Chase Emery away from the corner out of that tie-up. And Chase Emery saying that James Johnson pulled his hair, but I don't think Kylan Disney believes that for one moment. So right now, it looks like that these two men are just kind of filling each other out at this state of this match. Another tie-up maybe? Yes, but whoa! Emery just takes down Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, goes right into the front headlock and into some gator rolls. Chase Emery, for anybody that doesn't know, has a collegiate background and has won several medals and championships on the wrestling mat. But now, Chase Emery is going from the mat into the professional wrestling ring and wants to be a dominant force in Pro Wrestling Union. James Johnson, he's back up and gets him in a headlock and takes him over. Referee Colin Disney is checking the shoulders, but it looks like Chase Emery's got that right shoulder up. And James Johnson, he's cranking that headlock deep. And Chase Emery looks like he was going to try to put the leg over the head of James Johnson, but he blocks it. Smart idea from the tie-dye Sunrise. These two men, they're back onto their feet. Shot to the ribs by Emery. And another shot goes to whip him off. But wait a minute, Johnson headlock takeover again. And Emery is down on the mat again. This is unfamiliar territory for somebody like Emery, who tries to roll him up for a pin, but only a 1 count.
Come on, you want to give?
Like I was saying, this is unfamiliar territory considering that technical wrestling is more in the domain for Emery, but it looks like he was managing to get that leg around the head of James Johnson. And he's got a grapevine deep. Right there, you're getting a really good shot at James Johnson's face. But right now, it looks like James Johnson's trying to find a way out of this. Managed to apply a little bit of pressure right there into the kneecaps to separate the legs. Waves at Emery, and right back into the headlock. Very smart wrestling from the tie-dye Sunrise. And wait a minute, he just gives a noogie to Chase Emery, and I'm pretty sure that Emery is not going to appreciate that whatsoever. Emery's back on the feet, but wait a minute, he pulls the hair of James Johnson. Turns her around, puts a headlock onto him, and Johnson's got him up. Wait a minute! And a huge back suplex from the tie-dye Sunrise. There's a reason why that he is the Wrestler of the Year of 2020. A lot of people look at Johnson and think, well, beard, hair, tie-dye gimmick, how can he be the Wrestler of the Year? Don't let that fool you. James Johnson is a very dangerous individual who has a lot of skill. But right now, Chase Emery just hit him right in the face. Looked like he could be going for a superplex. No, headbutt from Johnson. Oh, but wait a minute. Chase Emery just pulled his leg off of the turnbuckle and smacked his head. Oh, and a clothesline. That is a double threat for the head right there. Back of the head, front of the head. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. And Chase Emery had some good offense going on there, pulling him off of that rope and then hitting him with that huge clothesline. But it looks like he's still got his composure, even though he's got him right there in the ropes, putting the boots to him. But the referee had to break up the count. He was holding that boot right there too close to the throat. But Emery here with an attitude, shoving him down. And James Johnson answering back with a paintbrush to the face. But I think all that did was just anger Emery at this point. Coming in with more shots when he tries to go for a pin, but that's not going to be enough right now. James Johnson, he's a very smart wrestler, but I don't know if angering Emery is going to be a good idea, but huge body slam by Emery. 1, 2, and that's not quite enough.
Come on, 2. Got a shoulder up.
Emery showing a little bit of frustration there for the 2 count. But what I was trying to say here is that I don't know if angering Emery is going to be a good idea, but maybe something that the Tie-Dye Sunrise may know something than we do. But right now, it looks like Emery is going to shove him into the ropes. Oh! And a huge toss right into the corner there. And I'm sure that's done a lot of damage to the back there. And Emery looks like he's just kind of toying around with James Johnson right now, having his way with him. And picks him up. Looks like maybe another body slam, maybe. No, he's holding him up. Backbreaker. But wait a minute, he holds him up again. Huge strength and another backbreaker. And Emery's now holding him in place. You're seeing the strength here. Freakish strength from Chase Emery. Oh! James Johnson looks like he didn't get all of the knee, but at least he got enough to the temple to get himself out of that backbreaker hold. Forearm shot to the face. Huge chop. What's going to happen here? Hits the ropes. Picks him up. Scooping body slam. And really drove him down hard into the mat. This could be it. 1, 2. Very, very close. Chase Emery was probably only 1/4 of a way away from beating James Johnson and securing the victory of the first episode of Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. Right here, been a very exciting match between these two, and oh, big splash into the corner from Chase Emery. What's he going to do next? Whips him into the corner again. Huge charge. Wait a minute, he could be going for a trifecta here. Throws him again, but it looks like Johnson stops it. Oh my goodness, a huge elbow right to the face. Oh, and a big boot. Chase Emery just walked right into that. Goes in, but he ducks under James Johnson. Oh, huge forearm shot to the face. Headbutt to the gut. European uppercut. What comes next? Huge tornado punch. Both of these men are going all out on this one. And what's Johnson going to do next? Comes running in. Huge shoulder block right there into the corner. And another European uppercut. Just a flurry of offense here with a snapmare. What's he going to do next? And another huge European uppercut, and that could have knocked him out. 1, 2, and... Ladies and gentlemen, you may not see it from this angle, but James Johnson's face, his eyes got really wide, but you can see right here that he's accepting that he hasn't done enough to put away Chase Emery. But instead of letting it get to him, he goes right back to work, picks him up. He's got him right here in the fireman's carry. What's he going to do here? Possibly... No, wait a minute. Emery's got him by the beard to pull him off. And a huge scooping spine buster from Chase Emery. This has got to be it. 1, 2, and... No, it's not it. Ladies and gentlemen, James Johnson is still in the match. And Chase Emery cannot believe it. That hand was so close to the mat to get him the 3 count. Emery picks him up. Oh, and a huge slap by James Johnson. And Chase Emery, he didn't like that one bit. Drives him into the corner, and now he's throwing in those shoulders right to the gut, taking the air right out of Johnson. And right now, I think Chase Emery smells blood in the water. Comes charging in, but wait a minute, no. Johnson up and over. Hits the ropes. Chase Emery looks like he was going to go for a drop kick, but no, he blocked. No. And a headshot from James Johnson. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, what an impressive debut for Pro Wrestling Union and for James Johnson, who secures the victory in the very first matchup of the program. You can see James Johnson right there getting his hand raised, but wait a minute. If you look over there in the far right corner, that's the G Frederick Vanderford. What is he doing out here? Looks like he's going over to Chase Emery, and I don't know why. We'll have to get more on that later. But ladies and gentlemen, your winner of